Hello, Cancer. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and welcome to my channel. Now, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for February 14th through the 20th. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. Now, just a reminder, Cancer, these are general readings, not one-on-one readings. And also, your rising or moon sign might resonate with you more for the week ahead. So let's get into your reading. First card, the King of Swords. Next, Major Arcana card, the Chariot. The Eight of Swords. And the Six of Cups. All right, Cancer. Well, there's a message coming through, Cancer, in regards to assumption. Definitely can be in regards to how people assume things about you, and then vice versa. So there's an energy here where something is kind of hidden. We're not the true authentic self. You're not allowing that to come through. There's a bit of vulnerability that I'm picking up. So this could be in regards to relationships, maybe how you are with your boss, your supervisor. Just picking up like you're holding back, maybe how you truly feel, or even standing up for yourself. So with that being said, let's take a look at your first card. And you have the King of Swords. And the first thing I'm picking up with this card, this energy, is that for some Cancer individuals, you're absolutely on purpose keeping yourself emotionally distant from either someone or a situation. You're kind of doing everything in your power to keep your emotions in check. Now, for some Cancer individuals, you could be dealing with this King of Swords. This is an Aquarian, someone who's very independent, very wise, knowledgeable. Could be someone that you're getting advice from, as they can kind of just put the cards on the table because, once again, they're not dealing with emotions. This is someone that gives careful thought to things, not swayed by viewpoints, opinions from others. Very good mediator in situations, like to see both sides of the story. So this could be someone that you're dealing with this week, maybe going to for advice, someone that maybe has the traits of the King of Swords. So let's pull a clarifying card, see if we can get any more information as to this king. The Ace of Swords. If I could get it to focus. There we go. All right. This is victory, triumph. And I'm also picking up that this King of Swords might be a judge or someone that acts like a judge. But you've got the opportunity with the Ace of Swords coming in here where you're going to be victorious. So whatever it is that you might be involved with this week, by presenting the facts, presenting yourself in your true authentic light, you're going to end up getting a good result. Now next, you have the Major Arcana card, the Chariot. And with it being a Major Arcana card, this is something that's kind of like a life event, a bigger deal than like the Minor Arcana cards. This is something that's going to make a difference. So definitely could be if this King of Swords here is an actual judge. This could be kind of a legal situation for you this week, Cancer. And it's like changing the direction that you're going in, most likely in a good way. The Chariot card represents victory. It's your personality coming through, your determination, your will, handling conflicts, problems. And now I'm picking up that you're dealing with some kind of struggle or situation, some kind of conflict, but you're staying on course and trusting in your intuition. And you're kind of like always ready to do battle. So let's pull a clarifying card for the Chariot, see what comes through. Wow. Another really fired up energy, the Knight of Wands. So it could be a Sagittarian around you, someone that's trying to coax you into like a new adventure or going off in a new direction, something that's like more adventurous, but it can really be an unpredictable energy. But definitely, this can be what's causing the change here. Knights are all about change, and major iconocards are all about change. And this is something in regards to your personal growth. So it could just mean that you're being very competitive, very determined, and like just plowing through any challenges that are coming your way. Just fired up. Next, the Eight of Swords. Now, this is more inner conflict, Cancer. I feel like this is what you hide from others. You kind of beat yourself up. Maybe not seeing clearly all the advantages that you do have. The Eight of Swords is like an illusion. And what I'm picking up from this card and energy is not all the time, but on occasion, this is how you feel. You feel at a loss because of the circumstances in your life. And it could also be other people's opinions of you as well. And that's where that judging and assuming things, either like people are assuming things about you and vice versa, that keeps coming up and coming in. But this is a card of trapping yourself into one way of looking at something. So you're getting stuck. And all you need to do, Cancer, is kind of like think outside the box, really look at things in a different way. Two sides of the coin, you might say, because this is that number 8 numerology, which is abundance of influence that surrounds you. But it's also ruled by Jupiter. So this is what I'm going to say, knowledge is power. And that's what you're finding out this week. And standing up for yourself is what I keep picking up. Now, this could be in regards to the work that you do. It could be something in your home environment with your family. It could be in regards to something you're working on. This is the general reading, so it can go off in many different directions. But this is what I'm going to say, like an unnecessary energy that you're putting yourself through, and you can break free from this. So let's pull a clarifying card for the Eight of Swords, see what additional information we get. The Five of Swords. Well, first thing that I always think of when the Five of Swords shows up is winning at all costs. Certainly could be a feeling of that you're being attacked. You might feel defeated at times. And that's what brings about this Eight of Swords energy. So that's the struggle for you this week, Cancer. It's this number 5 energy, which shakes things up. It rattles your cage. It gets you all fired up, you might say. And you might be caught in some kind of cycle where you're always having to prove yourself. That's what I keep picking up from this. So both cards and energy would be best if you eliminate thinking in this manner. Just believe in yourself and don't worry about proving yourself to anyone anymore, Cancer. Now, this could be in regards to your work, your job in the workplace. It can be in regards to a relationship, people around you. Whatever you come up against, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Just be your true, authentic self. Now, your last card here is the Six of Cups. And you're not the only star sign to get this card, especially like in this particular position. It's a card of wanting that harmony and balance because you're up against a lot of conflict. You're having to prove yourself. There's challenges, obstacles, Cancer. And this is kind of like the overall energy. This is what you're wanting to establish and have. And it's that harmony and balance. Six of Cups can represent a lot of the traits that you have underneath that maybe at times you keep hidden because you feel the need to prove yourself. You have kindness and you're caring and there's generosity. You're very sensitive. So small gestures of kindness towards you, Cancer, is a big deal. You do it so much for others around you, Cancer, but you always are surprised when someone does something for you. So this could kind of be tied into your King of Swords. If you're going to someone for advice, someone that's there, that's supporting you. And that's where you're in this mode here with the Chariot card moving forward. But I keep picking up, go back to your true authentic self. Just be you, Cancer. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Now, your numerology for your 3 tarot cards here is number 16, which reduces to 7. Now, first, 7 is a very spiritual number. It's about trusting in your instincts, your intuition, tapping into spirit, source energy, getting that guidance, that direction. But 7 also represents the things that are put in your way, the obstacles, the challenges that you're up against, Cancer, and you have no control over that. This is where you need to eliminate the need to prove yourself. Just stand up for yourself. Just be you, Cancer. In some situations, kill them with kindness. That's the message that's coming through. And again, there is this energy of assumption, judgment, people misinterpreting who you are. So just by being your true, authentic self, Cancer, you're going to be able to get through like obstacles, situations, and challenges that might be arising this week much more quickly. Now let's take a look at your oracle cards. First, your crystal for the week is Seraphonite. Your fortune for the week, Camel. And with this being Valentine's week, I did pull a romance card. And you received Getting to Know Each Other. And also a bonus card from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle card deck. This is kind of going down the rabbit hole, lessons learned in what we encounter. And you have law is not justice. Okay. Well, let's go back to our first card here, crystal for the week, Seraphonite. Definitely a card and message telling you, Cancer, to be honest with yourself. Identify changes that you need to make in your life so you can be happy and fulfilled. So it's about knowing what you do and don't want in your life, making changes, listening to your heart, and staying true to yourself. And be careful of other people's agendas, their viewpoints, opinions. Only listen to people around you that you trust. And there's an indication this week. There are many people's viewpoints and opinions that are clouding your judgment or have the tendency to lean in that direction, might be there. So I feel for some Cancers, it might be clouding the judgment of how you feel about yourself. And this is why you might have this constant 8 of Swords energy where you feel the need to prove yourself. And you don't have to do that anymore, Cancer. So the Seraphonite crystal is good for healing energy. It helps with angelic communication. You can ask for assistance from your angels, your spirit guides, and then you just need to pay attention to the signs and messages that they send you. And one of them is going to be, you have nothing to prove except to yourself, Cancer. Now, your fortune for the week is Camel, and it says, persevere and you will overcome problems. So pretty much an indication that you've got what it takes, Cancer, to get through any blocks, challenges, conflict, whatever you're up against this week. And you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You can go the distance, you might say. Now, your romance card. Getting to know each other. And it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, in regards to the Cancers that are in a relationship, this is in regards to being vulnerable, letting your guard down and revealing your true feelings. You know, the innermost aspects of yourself. And whoever you're with, you're going to discover new ways of connecting, but only if you have these type of honest, conversations. Sometimes a counselor is helpful in these situations, and that might be who the King of Swords is for some of you. This is someone who leaves emotions out of it. So pretty much this is a card in regards to if you're currently in a partnership or relationship. But for the single Cancers, there might be someone you already know, or you need to get to know them better. Might be something where you didn't feel a spark between the two of you, but by being honest and open, you might have more in common than you originally thought. Now, your last card here, the Alice in Wonderland, kind of down the rabbit hole, lessons learned, what we're up against. And law is not justice, and it says rules that are not fair. This is where I'm picking up assumption, being judged. And this could be people around you. It could be doing that in regards to other people or situations, assuming that you have all the facts, the information, and then drawing a conclusion, Cancer, before you indeed see all the so-called evidence. But it's a card that indicates if you're being unfairly judged repeatedly, you need to speak up, especially if somebody is telling you to be quiet. This is a card urging you to speak up against injustice and possibly to object to whatever is happening or taking place. So the message here can go off in so many different directions. Could be in regards to a relationship that you're in. And if you don't like some aspect of what's going on, you need to speak up. You need to be open and honest and stand your ground and clearly state what you do and don't like. Same thing in regards to a family situation or something in the workplace. It's a card indicating that there's challenges or issues, complications, circumstances this week that you might be up against, and you need to clearly state how you feel about it. Stand up for yourself. It's not proving yourself, it's just simply standing up for yourself. And your cards are indicating once you do that, you're going to overcome whatever is presenting itself as an issue or a problem or a circumstance for the week ahead. So Cancer, that was your messages and guidance from Spirit from the cards that you received this week. I do hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. And for a private tarot card reading one-on-one, the links are listed below. Love and abundance to my Cancer family.